Sue has raised a family. She's worked hard and should be enjoying her retirement. Instead, the 75-year-old is in a world of pain. Her home sweet home has been devastated by flooding and she's caught up in a bitter insurance row. So Sue contacted us.
No, it's total disrespect. Total. And I have told them how old I am and what's wrong with me, and now I'm not coping.
75 years old and in pain. Cramped between furniture, Sue has no choice but to shuffle her way into bed.
I have scoliosis and I have sciatica. I can't get into the side of the bed because it's jammed in between the lounge and the piano. So I have to crawl in from the bottom of the bed to the top.
In April, rain lashed Sue's home in Sydney's north. Her courtyard was flooded. Water gushed through her 2 bedrooms, destroying the carpet, the ground beneath it, parts of the walls, and most of her furniture.
I was shattered. My first reaction when I climbed out of bed was because my feet just sunk into the wet carpet. I thought, I want to climb back into bed and pretend this hasn't happened.
Everything inside these rooms was ruined.
The furniture was saturated, the water was being absorbed by the furniture. It all had to be thrown out.
Sue says her personal home and contents insurance company acted quickly. Within days, the carpet and furniture were removed and she was paid out. Her body corporate insurance, though, well, that was a very different story. Longitude Insurance still hasn't paid her for the damage.
2 double beds, all my clothes, boxes and boxes of books, everything is in the lounge room.
As a result, this is how Sue's been forced to live.
I waited 8 weeks for them to come out. I had to empty everything out from the bedrooms, even the wardrobes, into my lounge room.
Sue says her living circumstance is dangerous.
I've had cataract surgery over the last 3 weeks, and I've had to come home to this mess. I couldn't have anyone stay overnight, which is a part of the protocol of having an anaesthetic.
And says Longitude Insurance isn't listening.
They keep referring to a leak, not a flood, and they keep referring to a balcony, not a courtyard. And I tell them this, and they still do it. And I went back and I said, there is no leak. They sent plumbers out anyway, and the plumbers took photos of my front entry, not the courtyard.
Are you okay?
No, I'm upset. I do suffer from depression and anxiety, and I can just feel myself, the last week I could feel myself going downhill rapidly.
The floor and walls are now rotting. So this is the bedroom.
This is the bedroom.
It smells rather awful in here.
It is, it's horrible. It's horrible. The floor needs drying out, and I think ultimately they need to dig it up down to the concrete.
Waiting 4 months for a payout is frustrating, and I would be starting to get a little bit ticked off.
Tim Bennett's an insurance expert at finder.com.au.
With strata insurance, it's a little bit more complex because there are more people who have an interest in the insurance policy. An individual owner could make a claim, or the strata committee could make a claim. And sometimes those lines of interest get a little bit blurry and can cause delays or issues going down the line. A rainy day fund is also really useful because if you do need to wait until an insurance claim is processed, it means you can pay for it upfront, get the work done, and then hopefully get some of that money back from the insurance company.
In the case of Sue, though, all she can do now is endure an uncomfortable wait.
This is why I've come to a current affair. I thought, this needs fixing. I'm finding that the whole thing is totally incompetent.
Well, after coming to us, there is some good news for Sue. After waiting for months, the insurer has now come to the party and her unit is being repaired.